Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your, let me turn this down before I get a copyright strike. Welcome to your July 2018 love reading. And yeah, I thought I was going to have more to say there, but I didn't. Yes, so you guys' reading was not live. If you guys want your general reading to be live this month, hit me up in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. Like, share, subscribe. Everything you need to know is in the description box below. Thanks for ordering a reading with me. If you have and you're a Scorpio, I appreciate it greatly. But I'm not going to take up too much of your time and talk a whole bunch. So I'm going to go ahead and tune into you guys' energy so we can see what's going on in your love life for the month of July, which I can't seem to remember what month it is. Anywho, join me if you wish. All right, okay. So I'm going to pick one card for Scorpios and one card for the person that they are connecting with for the month of July. Them and their cross watcher, if you will. Or the person that you're legit connecting with. Okay, Spirit, let me get one card for Scorpio and one card for the person that they are connecting with. Should I take both of those? I'm going to take both of those. Because I went to pull out one card for your cross watcher and two came out. So let's just go with that. Okay, Spirit, let me get 3 cards for Scorpio and 3 cards for the person that they're connecting with. Please spit it. 1 card for Scorpio and 1 card for the person that they are connecting with, please. Clear and direct guidance in the love lives of my Scorpio subscribers, who are so awesome, by the way. And 3 cards for their crosswatcher. Okay, let's see what we got going on, Scorpio. Your present energy, you guys have the 5 of Swords, and this glare is terrible. My apologies. The 5 of Swords. Your past influence is the Page of Pentacles. Going forward, you guys have the 5 of Cups. Interesting. Very interesting. What is you guys' oracle? Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys what it is that I sense here. The thing that I'm sensing is that you guys had an opportunity to kind of shift things, right? So either it was a new relationship that you guys were in, or maybe even an old relationship, but you guys had an opportunity to kind of, how do I want to say that? It's like not necessarily like I'm saying shift, but transmute. There you go. You guys had an opportunity to like transmute a situation, right? So I don't know if the stars were aligned or if, you guys just hit one of those good old spiritual curves, but you guys had an opportunity to like energetically shift how you guys were showing up in relationships. And I think that you guys didn't quite see that, and because you didn't see it, you ended up in another one of those like lose-lose situations with our little 5 of Swords here. So it's kind of like, okay, a scenario would be if you were in a relationship with someone and you guys were arguing, right? And say that your like your, I don't know, your staple go-to thing to do is to, I don't know, like deny responsibility or something. So say like, okay, so you guys get into an argument and they're like, accusing you of doing something that you like legit did in real life. Like you really did this. But your thing is, and I say it's a thought process kind of thing. Like you're very quick witted. So you think on your feet. So if you find yourself in an argument, you have the intellectual and verbal prowess to argue very well. So like debating, if you will. So it's very difficult for a person to win an argument with you because you're so quick and like on your feet, right? So whenever you find yourself in situations where you could be at a disadvantage, you having this natural inborn gift kind of prevents you from ever having to I'm trying to select my words carefully because I don't want it to come off wrong. It's like you can kind of elude personal responsibility for things, because I mean, it's good in the moment, but the downside of it is the fact that because you're not taking personal responsibility for things, because you have this gift, you're actually kind of preventing yourself from learning the lessons that you need to learn by being held personally accountable. So it's kind of like you found yourself in this situation and technically you won, but you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like you won in this argument. The person wasn't able to like pin you with something or whatever, but you kind of lost in the end because you kind of broke your own heart, So, yeah. So it's kind of like you hurt yourself by not just allowing yourself to be wrong or admitting you're wrong, if that makes sense. And that's what kind of gets us here, right? So, with those being 2 5s, that's indicative to me of like a major shift, because I look at 5s as like transformative numbers. And of course, we know 5 and 5 is 10, and 10 is the end of a cycle, which reduces down to 1, and that's like a new beginning. So, in so many words, yes, you did kind of screw this up. You know what I'm saying? Being a little self-righteous there, Scorpio. But the thing that I feel that's very imperative that Spirit is saying here is for you to admit this, to get clear with yourself. I see that I do this and this needs to stop. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being, witty and quick on your feet and having verbal and intellectual prowess. Like, that is a gift. But we just do not want to use it within our love relationships because that doesn't turn out so good, right? So the thing that's imperative for you to know is to take note of this, right? Start putting work towards changing that, but not like, also what's imperative is not being so wrapped up in what's done, because granted, this happened, it's over with. It's not anything that you should consistently keep beating yourself up about, like Home Dude's doing right here, because there is an opportunity that is coming either with this person that you were with or with someone else in the near future. So what you most certainly want to do is kind of get out of your feelings in so many words, and to be present and focus on this inner work that you need to do, and finding out what the source of that is and why it is that you feel the need to elude personal accountability for choices and decisions that you make, especially if it's causing hurt or harm to people that you care about, and it's also causing hurt and harm to you. So cross-watching person, if you've been hurt by a Scorpio, they are also hurting. So it's not them just being a little jerk. And I'm usually always teasing Scorpios, but this time I'm not going to tease you, Scorpio, because I see that this is one of those things where it's a bad habit that we have, but it not only hurts people that are in your life, but it's hurting you too. So what you want to do is kind of get out of your feelings, stop dwelling on the past, and just take your time, effort, and energy now and focus that on making the changes that are necessary for you to have the love life that you desire, which is working on this little bad habit we have here. So for you guys, cross-watcher, their present energy is the 3 of Cups. The past influence is the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, and going forward, they have the Ace of Wands. This is very interesting. Okay, so what I'm seeing, Scorpios, if this is someone, okay, this is so cute. So if this is someone that you guys may have taken a break from, like say when y'all had this whole little falling out deal going on, and you had your little false victory, and you guys kind of took a break, then Scorpio, if you can get out of your emotions to fix what it is that, this whole thing of you not taking personal accountability for your actions in relationships, then I see that you guys could have a little something, something going forward. There can be like a resurrection within this relationship, of which both of you could be very, very happy, right? And also, two more scenarios I got that are just way too much. Okay, so sticking with this first group first, oh my God. So you guys can actually heal this relationship if you can overcome this whole, deal thing that you're doing that I just explained, that I'm trying not to explain again. But anyway, so yeah, so you two could be happy together. You can resurrect the situation and have like a fresh new passionate beginning within this relationship. Now for others. Okay, another thing that I'm seeing is with someone who's connecting with a Scorpio, the cross-watching person is a little bit more mature than the Scorpio is. That doesn't necessarily have to be an age. It's really an action, right? So it's kind of like what this cross-watching person is willing to offer is kind of more, it's from a more mature place than from where the Scorpio person is offering it, right? And if this is someone who's just meeting a Scorpio, you may want to take into account everything that I said before, because that's kind of what you would be dealing with them, is the fact that they sometimes, I'm so sorry, Scorpio, because I feel like I'm telling on y'all right now. But anyway, they often have times to where they don't like to take personal responsibility for their actions and arguments, right? So either way, it's imperative that you guys take things as slow as possible. Really, truly get to know each other. Do not rush into anything. Take your time, right? Now, next, there may potentially be a person on this cross-watching side, and this is more from a Scorpio people, a little heads up. There's someone that may be coming in with like, okay, so it's someone that you're dealing with, or someone that may be coming into your life that is very slow to commit to you, right? So they're taking their sweet ass time with offering you a commitment, right? Yeah, they're taking their sweet ass time with offering you a commitment. What I see for this person is that there may be another person that's involved with them other than you, right? And the other thing that I'm seeing is that kind of similar to what I picked up on in the Sag reading, is that this person is coming through because they just want to, they're not really looking for anything serious. They're just kind of trying to have fun. So they're not really looking for anything that's too serious, right? So it's not necessarily that they're trying to come in and screw over you. It's just the fact that, and I feel like this is going to be something about this person you're kind of going to know. Like they're going to be someone who's kind of, Rico Suave and whatnot. And they may or may not be clear about the fact that they don't want anything serious. And I can't really say whether or not, I'm going to be real. I can say that. It's like whatever it is that they're going to offer you, if you're looking for a serious committed relationship, they're not offering you that. It's like they're offering you other people being with you and them and whatever, and sex, And from the looks of this 5 of Cups up here, I don't think that you necessarily want that. And then kind of getting my attention brought back to you guys' Oracle card, that may be a pattern that you have, that you consistently find yourself dating people who don't want commitments. You know what I'm saying? Or, involve you in third-party situations, or the relationships are very sexually oriented. And if that's the case, then the thing that you want to kind of take a step back and focus on is Like what is it that okay, like the thing that you need to take personal accountability for is how you're showing up in relationships, right? So looking at your pattern. So just to give you a quick little tidbit of advice is if you literally, okay, look back, because depending on if you've been in long relationships or whatever, if look back at the last year or 5 years of, or your last 5 serious relationships, right? I don't know why I said 5, but whatever. But look back over the span of time, and for each person, even if you have to get your notebook and write this out, look at how you met this person, like where you met them, through who, or what medium, whether it was online or in person, whatever. Look at how you met this person, when you met this person, how long, like how many dates you guys went on before you had sex, how soon you had sex. If you were to remove sex out of the relationship, what is it that you guys did other than have sex, right? So it's kind of taking all of these things into account and looking at each relationship in detail and trying to see if you see a pattern in that, right? So say hypothetically, if you notice like your last 5 serious relationships, you had sex with the person within the first week of knowing them. Not saying that there's anything right or wrong about that, just hypothetically. Then that would be considered a pattern, right? So then we're going to look at, okay, well, I see this pattern. Now, is this a help or a hindrance? Do things get better or worse after this happens, or nothing, right? And you're going to take that same process and you're going to do that for each relationship to try to see if you can find this consistency and pattern. Because if, you sleeping with the person like didn't work in your best interest, and that may be something you might like, let's wait 2 weeks instead of a week. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what you want to look at, because if you don't pay attention to that, instead of like kind of feeling sorry for yourself, like, oh my gosh, why does this keep happening? It's like you want to get present and real with yourself and see, okay, what is it that I'm contributing on my end to this? Because of course we can't, control how other people treat us, but we can control what it is that we're putting up with. And we can be self-aware enough to know, how we're showing up in situations, right? So, so that's that deal. And I think I felt another scenario. The other scenario that I sensed is that, another person, and this may be someone from your past, or it just may be a new person altogether, and this person is kind of taking their time and offering you a commitment, but I feel like that's going to be I feel like it's going to be a good thing, but I'm kind of sensing, I don't want to say nothing, because the way that the visions that I get work funny, but it's like the way that I would say it is weird, because how I'm seeing the picture in my head, I'm seeing like a equalizer thing, and I'm seeing like it's low frequency, but not low frequency in the sense that it's like low vibrational frequency, but that's typically a symbol to me that means that this situation is so new that it's going to take time to really know what it could be, right? But I am seeing with this person, so it's like someone that you're going to meet, and it's like you're going to be happy about meeting them. It's an opportunity for something to grow from it, but we really don't know what that's going to be until some time passes. So holla at me next month on that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the 2 oracle cards that I have for this person, the crosswatcher person, the first is Demonstrate Love, and it says find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. Interesting. Next we have Choose Love, and it says you always have a choice as to what you should do. Interesting. So I'm kind of feeling like that is for the person that's coming in that likes Scorpio, it's more or less for them, and I understand why I got 2 cards now, all these doggone scenarios, but this is more or less like finding them, I guess, getting to know you and showing up in a way that they're contributing something to your life. And then for this other person, oh man, the little Casanova person, yeah, I think that's advice that I don't know if they're really going to take, you know? But yeah, hey, what can you say? We have free will. But anywho, I hope that that was helpful, Scorpio. I feel like I have something else to say. I don't know what it is. Give me a second. I'm trying to see if there, because I feel something, but I don't know what it is. Okay. So if somebody's cross watching and they're dealing with a Scorpio person, then and like, you know, you guys are kind of trying to reconcile, just be patient with them. Be patient with them, but don't be foolish. Um See if they're actually truly making steps, because of course a person can say that they're changing, but just be sure that you see true change and them actually making steps and making the changes that they're saying that they are making, right? Because when a person says that they're going to do something, then our actions are always going to support our words, right? So that's all I got for you. Scorpio, that has been your July 2018 love reading. I hope it has been helpful. I hope it resonates. If you guys want me to go live for your general reading, hit me in the comments below. Everything you need to know is in the description box below. And I will see you guys sooner than later. I love your faces. Deuces. Oh snap, Scorpio. I just realized I forgot to throw dice for you, dagnabbit. I was like, I knew something was missing there. Alright, so this is clarification in case you were in question if this reading was for you. All right, we have Gemini and Scorpio and rising. So this is someone who is any variation. I think you can see that Gemini, Scorpio, and then it's a rising sign. So it could be a Scorpio rising, it could be a Gemini rising, or it could be a Scorpio and a Gemini this is talking about. It could be any number of things, but however that resonates with you, my dear. So love your face. Again, deuces.